Today on the channel, it's a return to the Kyle Peterson Top 10, and today's Top 10 list, I'd say it's phenomenal as we're counting down my top 10 AJ Styles figures of all time.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, back again with another edition, a special edition of the Kyle Peterson Top 10, a Thursday tradition here on the channel, as every single Thursday we're doing a top 5 and occasionally, like today, a top 10 countdown. And today, in honor of the retirement of AJ Styles, we're doing a top 10 AJ Styles figures of all time. And AJ Styles just recently retiring at the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia. A lot of us did not expect that as his destination for his retirement match. But here we are coming off of Monday Night Raw just the other day as I'm filming this. They had the celebration for him in his hometown of Atlanta, or outside of his hometown in Atlanta. And they did announce that he was going into the 2026 WWE Hall of Fame. Now, I still wonder, I think if the money talks, he's got at least one more in him, I would think. But apparently now going into the Hall of Fame, and a perfect time to do a top 10 AJ Styles countdown here on the channel. Now, AJ, no stranger to action figure game. A lot of people think, hey, WWE is where he started getting action figures. Nope. He had them from Jakks back in the day. He also had them from Toy Biz back in the day. And he's had a lot of figures, especially when you throw in all of his basics, main events, things like that. He's had a lot of stuff over the years, and we're going to try to get it down to the top 10 here today. And you guys know how it is. This is my list. Put your list in the comments down below. Start at number 10, work your way to number 1. Number 1 being your absolute favorite AJ Styles figure of all time. So without further ado, let's kick it off. We begin the countdown, of course, at number 10. And number 10 is the strangest figure AJ Styles ever had. And that's kind of why it came onto my list here. A line that was really kind of snubbed by a lot of people. It definitely went to clearance once upon a time. But I think over the years, the heart's grown fonder for a lot of people with this toy line. It does go to Mattel. It is a quasi-basic figure, but it is the zombie edition of AJ Styles. It's so crazy. It's so different. It deserved a spot, and it comes in here at number 10. Not going to be for everybody. I fully get that, but you don't get a lot of wrestler zombie figures, and you can count on basically two hands all the characters that we had. And we've done countdown videos on that line in the past as Halloween specials, so go back and check out those. But this AJ is pretty cool for what it is. A deep cut, and especially at the time, felt kind of strange in the line, but not really, I guess. But a very fun one for somebody that likes horror, likes a good zombie movie. What, Todd McFarlane from the couch? Yes, I think he was. I think he did play a zombie in the movie Burial Ground, but I'd have to fact check it. I think that movie came out in 1983. I'm not sure. He was the little boy. That wasn't a little boy. Well, if you guys know the movie Burial Ground, you know what I'm talking about. The real ones get that one, and the real ones get him coming in at number 10. Next up, we're at number 9, and number 9 is one of the most interesting figures on this countdown here. We take it back to Jakks. We can take it to Deluxe Impact Series 1 for AJ Styles. But in a plot twist, there is technically 3 different versions of this figure, especially if you're a mint-on-card collector. You got AJ with stubble, like I have right here. There's a stubble-less version, and then there's a Slammiversary, I think, table merch exclusive edition that has a nice sticker on the package. Obviously, the same figure 3 times outside of the stubble, but depending what packaging you get, what figure you get, there is some differences to this one. And as I talked about earlier, he didn't just have WWE figures. He had a lot of Jakks figures, a lot of deluxe Jakks figures over the years. A lot of cool ones here, but this one always stuck out to me as one of my favorites from the Jakks days because of the blue and the white. It's so different than the traditional straight up blue or straight up red. This one is pretty cool, and this one definitely stands out with the white and the baby blue. Always enjoyed this one. That's why it comes in number 9. The number 8 figure feels like it just came out yesterday, but also feels like it came out 100 years ago. This time we go to Mattel Elite line. This time we go to Target for Legends Series 17 WCW edition. AJ Styles, a very strange figure in the history of the Target Legends line series, by all means, AJ is a legend, and the Legend line is very much like the Class Superstars line. Maybe doesn't feel super legendary at the time, but grows into its legendary status. But talk about a deep cut of AJ here, and I'm not sure exactly what other toy line you could put that into. It did predate the WCW Monday Night Wars, WWE Monday Night Wars line. I have to think if this was coming out today, it would probably be a part of that. But at the time, they had to figure somewhere to put it in, and they put it in the Legends line. Very cool, nice edition of the Nitro shirt. I did get a second version of this to put with Ric Flair. You can demonstrate Ric Flair when he used to wear a shirt in Nitro back in the day. But this one is fun for what it is. And it's kind of the goofy, off-the-wall nature on this. Not that he looks goofy or anything, but when we think of AJ Styles, this isn't quite exactly what we think of, but, you know, it's almost a TNA figure if you want it to be as well, so that is pretty darn cool. And it's funny is, I guess, going back to that, what do you think of with AJ Styles? To me, I think of the beard and the long hair, but the majority of his career, he almost had this look going on. So very interesting to think about that. And I guess if I close my eyes, I think of AJ, I think of more of the traditional 2026, 2025, and so forth version. I don't go back to the short hair AJ, but maybe you do. Maybe you do. But number 17 in the Legends lines coming in, number 8. The phenomenal countdown steamrolls on to number 7. And number 7, we go back to Mattel Elite Series 116 for a bit of a modern version of AJ Styles, where he was wearing that big oversized coat. It was an interesting look for him. I do like the looks of this one here, and I do like the size of the body. This is one of those figures that just feels right in your hand. They got the sizing really good on AJ, and it's definitely a different version with the black coat. You obviously have the long hair and the beard, but also the black jeans on this one. So very awesome, great for customizers as well, but a very cool, different AJ, and different always stands out when you get see of figures that look very similar. We've had so many AJs over the years that have very similar looks to them. Basically, is it blue pants, red pants, white pants, whatever, same head sculpt, same body, rinse and repeat. This stands out in the collection because it is so different, and it is Elite 116. Next up in the countdown is number 6, and we go back to Jakks, we go back to TNA, we go to the Deluxe Impact. But in a plot twist, you guys know I'm a Classics guy, but I'm also a Legends guy, and we go to the Legends of the Ring series for the 1 of 3,000 edition AJ Styles. Now, this was sold at TNA Shop Exclusive, TNA merch, TNA Shop Exclusive once upon a time. Mine actually has an autograph on the back, and I think a lot of them did. Unfortunately, it's in Sharpie. It's pretty much faded off of here, but it's fun to pretend or know, I guess, that AJ touched this once upon a time. It's almost like AJ and I are touching each other. Maybe, maybe not. But this one is a little bit controversial as well. You could only get it from the TNA shop, so you couldn't look at it before you got it. Some of them had the hood up, some had the hood down, so there is a variant with this one as well. This one, obviously, it's a successor to the Jakks Classic Superstars line, but the only one from the TNA Legends of the Ring line that was actually deluxe style. So there's a little bit of difference with this one here. Another very, very fun figure that isn't the easiest to track down all these years later, being a 1 of 3,000 that wasn't available in stores. So if you got this, consider yourself lucky. But AJ Styles, TNA Deluxe Legends of the Ring comes in number 6. We've hit the halfway point of the countdown. You got your list together. Put it in the comments down below. And while you're here, thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, and check out my other YouTube channel. Videos every single day between both channels. Appreciate the support. But here we are at number 5. And number 5 is one that set the collecting world aghast. We were all crazed about this one. We were all looking forward to this figure once upon a time. And we're going way back in the Mattel Elite line to Series 47A. Yes, 47A. For one AJ Styles, first time in the line, not last time in the line. Is this the best AJ figure of the bunch? No, it's number 5. But as far as AJ goes and historical AJ figures, this is a pretty big one here. His first time with a Mattel figure is always going to be special. And I would say they did a pretty good job on this one. And the collector's market was screaming for this one. Everybody was wanting to get to ringside to save 10% with code Kyle to pick this bad boy up. It's just an all-timer of a figure and a very memorable first time in the line. And we've had a lot of first-timers in the line, obviously, over the years, but I remember so many people salivating over this one, and they were happy when it did come through. So this AJ comes in number 5. We continue to work our way to the top spot. We're at number 4, and number 4 comes to us from Mattel Elite 104. A little bit ago, of course, but fairly recent still. For AJ Styles once again, but this one in the red and black attack. Obviously, a guy like AJ, it's great with the interchangeable hands that was entered into the WWE Mattel line over the last couple of years. As you can get the two sweet hands, obviously the fists, the gripping, the splayed out hands, the phenomenal hands, we'll call them, really adds to his figures and adds to others, but some characters like AJ, who is so expressive with his hands, adds a lot to him. This one is no different, but the red and black attack looks really good. I guess you could call this kind of OC edition here. I always loved the OC with Gallows and Anderson. I think they should have done more than they did, is what it is over there in WWE land. But this one was always a, dare I say, phenomenal figure. And Series 104 comes in at number 4. Top spot, we're at number 3. And number 3, I liked a whole lot when this one came out. It was a Toys R Us exclusive. It was a Mattel Elite. And we're going back to the Network Spotlight series. This, I believe, the second AJ Styles figure in the Elite line here. And this one, I always felt improved upon the first one. I think this one doesn't get all the glory and a lot of love all these years later because it was a Toys R Us exclusive. And obviously there can only be one first figure, so it gets lost in the mix a little bit. But this one always really popped for me. You got the short soccer mom hairdo here. You got the red, the blue, the white, a little different color combination than he wore later years in WWE and the Mattel line. So a very fun looking figure. And this is one of those figures I would not be shocked to see in the vault or greatest hits down the road. This feels like it's screaming for a remake, and they've done that a lot with store exclusive. With this being a Toys R Us exclusive, I can see that happening in the future. So we'll see what happens in the future with this one. But AJ Network Spotlight comes in number 3. Closer and closer with each step to the top spot. Here we are at number 2, my number 2 AJ Styles figure of all time. Once again, this one comes from Mattel, and this one, dare I say, could be a little bit of recency biased, but an amazing figure and the latest and greatest AJ Styles figure from the Ultimate Greatest Hits series. It is obviously AJ Styles. Pinless joints throughout, multiple head sculpts, including, for the first time ever, his masked head sculpt. There is so much to like about this figure. I was here for this from day one. A little bit harder to get than I would like it to be, though. This one is a bit of a challenge to find. But if you're lucky enough to come across it, and I'm hoping here in the next couple of months, we see these released a little bit more because a lot of people looking for that Cody, Undertaker, and obviously this AJ Styles. And me personally, I'm going to try to pick up another one of these. I really made the mistake when I went over to Jay's Toys and Games and got this. I only got one. I should have grabbed 2 because I want to display one with the masked head as well. But a fabulous, dare I say, once again, phenomenal figure here. A lot of bells and whistles and really a modern day AJ Styles, so you can't beat that. And it comes in at number 2, which means, like the Highlander, there can only be one. What is the number 1 AJ Styles figure of all time? Well, stay tuned. Here we go. We're at the top spot, the number 1 AJ Styles figure of all time as voted by me. But what's your all-time list look like? Put it in the comments down below and make sure you put it in order. Start at number 10, work your way to number 1. Number 1 being the number 1 AJ Styles figure of all time in your heart, But here we are at number 1, and number 1 was the building block number 2 came of, if I said that right. It is once again Mattel. It is once again WWE Ultimate Edition. It is the first one of one AJ Styles. A lot of similarities between those two. Obviously, the articulation, some of the head sculpts, the hands, etc. But it really does come down to preference. Now, I love that mask in number 2. But the baby blue and white here always wins me over with AJ. And I think that is pretty awesome with this one. And it came first. When you always remember your first Ultimate, don't you? In this case, I definitely do for AJ Styles. So very interesting in my current list here. I guess you never know what might happen in the future. We might have to redo the list in the future. This one comes in at number 2, and then the latest Ultimate comes in, or this one comes in at number 1, the latest Ultimate comes in at number 2. I have to imagine both of those are on most people's top 10 list, though. They're truly amazing figures and does not disappoint. It all comes down to personal preference, as you guys do know. So there it is, my AJ Styles top 10. What's your list looking like? Let me know in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you on Patreon, YouTube channel memberships. Your best way to support this channel and all the content it does bring. You guys know there's plenty of stuff to keep you busy over there. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com, which is also the name of my podcast each and every Tuesday, The Kyle Peterson Show, available wherever podcasts are found with video cast on YouTube. So for AJ Styles in a long, illustrious career, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?